All right, fellas, that was technically a basketball game. So much for we got a series. So much for whose best is better than the other team's best.
God damn, bro. Listen. I honestly didn't know why we were even entertaining those conversations. Like, I was like, bro, if you think Minnesota has a chance, you think Luka is gonna shit the bed. That's not what Luka does, dog. That is not in Luka's DNA. That motherfucker went out there and was like, I got shit to do that first quarter. He's like, bro, let's wrap this shit up. Like, just an incredible all-time great playoff quarter that we saw from that dude. And like I said, I appreciated Minnesota making it, kind of, sort of, somewhat competitive and keeping the series alive. Because, like, of course, we all want the most basketball we can get. But I for sure have my heart set on this Dallas-Boston finals. And I'm glad we're getting it because this postseason it's about Luka, bro. It's like I said, a couple episodes back, bro, I'm all the way there. This is the second best player in the world right now. And depending on how shit goes in the finals, hey, it might be a real conversation on who the best player in the world is. So this is the finals that I wanted. And, thanks for Minnesota for, halfway sort of putting up a fight and
getting out the way.
But yeah, I think we've all had our fill of Timberwolves playoff basketball this postseason, bro.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't even watch the second half. I'm not a fan of wasting my fucking time. You knew what time it was.
Yeah,
and honestly, after the first quarter, I shouldn't have watched that, bro. You knew what time it was with Luka. And I mean, and like you said, that first quarter, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking I don't know a better basketball player than him right now in this moment. You feel me? And I just feel like I talked a bunch of shit like, the role players are better. They'll cancel out. We can talk all that shit you want, bro. But when you have dudes like Luka and Kyrie that you know what you're going to get every fucking night out of these for the most part, bro, we could talk all we want about role players and all that shit, but those two players are just too fucking good for a young Ant Edwards and a cat who's sometimey to beat them, regardless of what role players in the team you have. This is playoff basketball. This is time for the dogs to show out, and they got the two biggest dogs in the series. You feel me? And probably left in the playoffs. And I think that's what's going to affect the Celtics more because you have two, what is it, the term? Unflappable? Unflappable? That's it. There we go.
Excuse me?
Unflappable players? Two unflappable
Did you say unfappable?
Unflappable. Yeah, unflappable. No, it's always flappable, buddy. It's always flappable.
Someone somewhere was.
Are you scared yet, Jackson? Are you scared? The fap talk? You still ain't scared? Damn, bro. Unflappable. You have two.
You nailed the word second time. That's pretty good. You sound like
Mike.
Mike.
In there. Yeah, Mike was leaning. He was trying to tee me up. But
trying to take away credit. I think that was deserved.
There we go.
Unflappable. Two unflappable players.
You know what I'm saying? Where you can't get in their minds. Like, mentally, they're unflappable, right? This nigga got to be thinking about unflappable. And then you have two players on the other end who it seems very easy to get in their minds. And, you know what I'm saying? They seem very flappable.
Two of the most fappable players.
Yeah, big old circle jerks in the middle of the motherfucking court. Every other night, it seems. And you got two dogs on the other end, brother. We'll see how that goes. Good luck, Jackson.
Yeah, we're
the chat loves the chat is having a ball with
we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start on the live show. Look, you're gonna get analysis of Luka. We'll give you some analysis you can get other places, and we'll give you some analysis that you're not gonna get other places. Here's something you could get somewhere else, but that I really want to emphasize. We could talk about whether Luka is better than Braun was at his age. We could talk about whether he's the best player in the world or the second best player in the world. He is, without question, the greatest player in NBA history after losing a playoff game. Coming into tonight, his career averages following a playoff loss: 34.2 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, 8.8 assists per game on 49% shooting and 40% shooting from 3-point. That's your career numbers after a playoff loss. And he improved on them tonight.
All time, man.
Wants all the smoke, bro.
Guy right there, bro.
Yeah, right. That's a nigga who wants all the smoke. You know what I mean? And I don't like Jackson. How do you feel? Going into the finals. We had a group chat that wasn't. It got no. We made some.
Y'all are getting wild.
I think we are reasonable. I think the narratives are wild. but also earned. But go ahead.
No, I think just to stick on Luka for a second, because I don't want to move too quickly into the finals preview.
I got a couple other Luka things, but we will obviously talk about the Celtics. Okay.
I heard someone say, I want to say it was JJ Redick, it was Dre. It was Dre. When he was saying how he was talking to some people about how
Draymond Green and JJ Redick?
Professional basketball podcast.
He just knows guys. You know what I mean?
Podcast.
He just
friends with LeBron James. Who he has Luka as someone who is like looking for reasons to get up for a game, right? Looking for any sort of slight. And we've talked about that before. And it really feels like that. And he's one of those guys who, in almost like the way that you imagine it in your head when you're a kid, is like so unbelievably good at actually responding in the way that everyone would want to respond in that moment, right? Like if a fans are talking crazy all the time, and the report tonight was someone brought a handkerchief to be like, oh, you're crying to the refs, right? Every person in the world would love to have a 20-point first quarter after someone says that. And like two people can do it. And he does it every time. It's insane that he's able to pick the fights and respond to those fights like as come out on top every time.
Was that the fan he was yapping at in that first quarter? The handkerchief?
So,
what he did?
Yeah. We have some Zapruder film stuff on this because the broadcast thought that he was talking shit to Snoop Dogg, which is hilarious to me. This fan was sitting 4 seats over from Snoop Dogg on the baseline. The score was 18-17. And he stood up with the handkerchief and went like that, indicating that Luka was crying to the refs. At halftime, Luka and Kyrie were outscoring the Timberwolves 44-40. Just those two dudes. And every time he made a bucket, he was looking at that fan. And he said, "Who's crying now, motherfucker? Listen, I would rather you embarrass me like that in front of my wife than in front of Snoop Dogg, bro. Like, you got to be... You got that level of shit talked on you in front of the coolest, maybe the coolest dude in the history of the country. Like,
listen, bro.
Not in front of Snoop Dogg, bro.
Nah, look. That motherfucking fan, that franchise, that city, that state, they deserve that. A motherfucker bought a handkerchief? Like, what type of 1924 ass heckling is that, bro? Who the fuck even uses a handkerchief to wipe their tears? Look, bro.
He went to Tuberculosis R Us for a prop, bro.
yeah, like look, that Minnesota nice shit right there. Like I said, bro, like I think we're all done with Minnesota this postseason. Like I think they're a really fun team, but I think we've had our fill, bro. And I think it's time for them to bring your ass back. That is not Minnesota shit. A black dude from Georgia said that. I feel like that is black Southern shit. It's not Minnesota shit. I feel like that was appropriation when they were running with that. That was not Minnesota shit. They need to give that back too while we're here.
Yo, talk about it.
I'm not mad at Ann saying it.
Bureau.
Right. I'm not mad at Ann saying it, but yeah, we need to run that. Yeah, we need that.
That does not belong to y'all, Minnesota.
That's not the state motto of Minnesota.
I think the thing is too, like we got so caught up in the fun that we forgot that this ain't about fun. When you at this point, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs, like it's about like the motherfuckers who gon' stand tall when in the big moments. And I just what Kyrie and Luka did tonight was just fucking insane. I mean, look at that first quarter. Yeah, I mean, couldn't miss shit. Yeah. Shot the motherfucker from the logo just on some like. Nigga, I know we need to go ahead and get this over with, but let me see how hot I can get real quick. Let me just test this out, nigga. You know what I mean? Let me see.
He had back-to-back of those true heat check moments. The two truest heat check shots are like, I'm going to shoot something from crazy deep, and I'm going to shoot one that I'm basically sprinting into. Right. And he did them back-to-back and made them both.
And I think the thing, too, is I think it's bigger than just making a shot. He wants to let motherfuckers know it's not your night. I'm trying to snatch your fucking chest out, bro. You feel me? I could make a regular, degular 25 foot. I'm shooting this motherfucker for 40, bitch. I'm gonna make it harder on me because you can't. I mean, did you see the defense? Like the defenders, like fucking gassed, trying to keep up with them too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect them to do on the offensive end? They look, bro. It was. They had no chance at all tonight, bro. No chance at all. I turned it off for the second half. I watched Fallout. Fuck that shit, man. We went to Amazon Prime and watched us a good old TV show. Fuck you, me. I don't waste my time. I'm not a fan of that at all.
I put a poll in the chat for who is the best player in the NBA right now, Jokic or Luka, and we are currently at 56% say Luka.
Who's the most unfappable? Can you
The
put
chat
that one in
is
there?
saying someone asked, and then
up.
I asked who's the most unaffable. The people, and then someone else asked who's the most unaffable, or who's the most affable, Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown. And the rest of the chat said, I will not be answering a question of who is the most affable, which feels reasonable. Which feels like a reasonable response.
Okay, here's some Luka analysis you're not going to get on any other podcast. I think, in addition to his other accomplishments, Luka is a generational innovator with the word motherfucker.
He put like 6 A's on that shit when he hit Gobert with it. I feel like that was a monumental moment in the history of that word.
We've heard motherfucker in a lot of different accents. I never heard it in an Eastern European like a Rocky villain. Motherfucker.
It's always so
was
interesting to me,
vengeance.
what parts of like American or NBA culture that foreign guys latch on to. Because like that clip of Luka saying, God damn, that is like my favorite clip of all time.
That's like my favorite basketball clip, nigga. Put that up with anything Jordan or LeBron has done. I heard that shit. I was like, nigga, that came from, bro, that was the most nigga-ist goddamn I ever heard come. You know what I'm saying? From a pearly white motherfucker like him. That, bro, I don't know, G. His spirit got melanin. His spirit got melanin, dog. I don't give a fuck. Goddamn.
Little Boosie about to talk. Him and Boosie homeboys. He signed that Boosie jersey when he signed his jersey for Boosie when he gave the Atlanta like 73 that game, if you remember that shit.
We've all had a difficult time buying tickets. Lakers games are expensive, but I try and find games to take my son Vinny to. It's hard to find good deals, especially at the last minute.
You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you.
The Lakers have a ton of home games the remainder of the year. I like that in the Game Time app, they have last-minute tickets. You can see views from every seat.
Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. Their all-in pricing shows your total up front, so you know you're getting a great deal before you buy. They also have the Game Time guarantee, which means you'll always get the best price.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time.
Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code J&J for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code JANDJ for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
We're this close to crowning an NBA champ, and with the action heating up on the court, it's even hotter at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. There are only 4 teams left, and DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, live betting, odd boosts, and so much more.
Think the T-Wolves will continue their hot streak? Or maybe you feel that the Pacers' Cinderella run continues. Throw up to $1,500 with DraftKings no sweat bet. New customers can deposit at least $5 and you'll get a bonus bet back equal to your first bet if it doesn't hit.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins, Jenkins, for new customers to get a no sweat bet up to $1,500 if your first bet doesn't hit. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.